Hello, welcome back to the session on business information systems. Good morning to all. So now we are going to continue with information systems and how they are useful to the managers as well as the use of computers in information systems. So let's talk about information first. As in the last class we discussed about how the data is processed to get the useful information. But sometimes all information is not useful. So what type of information is useful? That depends upon the requirement of your organization and the context in which the information is going to be used. So to be useful, information must be relevant to the concerned subject or topic or the enterprise requirement. Otherwise it will not be useful. And we say it should be complete. So complete information must be provided, not the half or half truth is not good. That is why if it is complete, then it will be more useful to you. Some information actually they are not complete, but using those information also we can gather some more insights or some ideas related to the requirements or our applications. So accuracy is another factor. So accurate information is always useful. So these are the actually main characteristics of information actually. So we say accounting information. So that accounting information must be relevant to your concerned department or account. It should be complete. It should not be having any confusing factors, and it should be accurate, and the same factors that are being discussed here is related to every business, not only the accounting. Also it will be used for every business. It should be current. We say current, that means up to date. So as per the present situation it should be available to the users. For example, if I withdraw 5,000 from ATM, that must be updated and that is the latest account. So no previous account matters, that will be for accounting purpose only, but the latest information is 5,000 is withdrawn from ATM and that should be reflected in your accounts up to balance sheet. We are talking about not only the single transaction. So it should be posted to every ledger and up to the balance sheet of the company or the bank financial institution. It should reflect. And we say that information should be economical. That is important because it should be cost effective, we say. So cost effective means that the lower cost it should be available. Otherwise, if getting the information itself is a costly, then our products or services become more costlier. So that is why we should maintain cost effective factor in getting the information. So because of the information we are going to survive in the industry. So why it is so important, why the information technology or these systems are so important and they are considered as very vital or very sometimes emergency type of situations they are going to be considered, because if the information, right information is not available at the right time, then it may lead to some other disturbances or consequences and in sometimes serious situations also. For example, so if you don't know what type of blood group is available in what area, in what type of blood bank, then it will be a serious condition. So if you get the information quickly, then you can consult to those particular hospitals or blood bank to receive the blood to the serious patients. So similarly, various situations in which the information or the use of information is very critical. So that is why we say information should be complete and accurate, and it should be available as and when you want. So what we say is information should be available on your fingertips. If it is not available, then it will lead to more time consumption, as well as it may lead to more other undesirable consequences. So here we discussed about some of the information characteristics, and there are more characteristics. That means information should be unambiguous, we say. That means it should not have any confusing type of characteristics, or it should have the property of perfectness, we say. And information should be having some property called comparability. That means you can compare one information with another information. That means you can compare your company performance with your competitors performance, or products or services, etc. So these are all some of the characteristics of information, and depending upon the usage of information, you can get the relevant results. So that should be reflected in the proper decision making. If more effective or quality decision making needs such type of information on the timely basis. So timeliness, the current information should have timeliness, we say. That means it should be available as and when you require. So that is why these are the characteristics of information. And if our information system, that means whatever it may be management information system, accounting information system, transaction support system, various systems are there. So whatever the type of information system it may be, so it should be more reliable, and it should be able to produce more accurate information for the betterment of our enterprise, so that we can achieve higher rate of productivity. And also this information, if it is not obtained in a timely manner, or if it is not relevant to our application or the current purposes, it may lead to the failure of business also. So many of the organizations that are using information systems are facing failure also, not only the success. So that is why, to be successful, we should develop the perfect, or you can say more better or reliable information system. So it may be in accounting field, marketing field, human resource, or productivity, or even in research and development uh, type of information systems. So various types are there. So that should give accurate, or the results that we can rely upon. Okay, next, how the information systems and the information they provide are useful to the managers. How the managers or the entrepreneur should think about the information and getting the information from the information system. Some of the important points or topics that we are going to discuss here is systems thinking. One of the point is systems thinking means this concept is said to think about the system in terms of its parts or components, subcomponents or subsystems. Because if you think the enterprise as a whole, complete enterprise, if you think, then it will be more complex. So if you think your enterprise or the business entity as part by part, then it will be easier to understand and also to get the relevant ideas related to the improvement or the productivity of your enterprise. So that is why thinking of organization in terms of subsystems. So you can think about our college in terms of departments, in terms of different sections, maybe different academic section or other management sections. So subsystems you should understand. So that is why the subsystems are important, because we are dividing the entire enterprise structure or the organization structure in different various subsystems or sub entities. If you understand each and every subsystem, then it will be easier to understand the entire organization. So if you consider a forest, so that will be like a big organization. So you should think about each and every tree within the forest. So in that type of analogy or example, here we can say that you have to think your business organization in terms of its subsystem. For example, if you have some industry, then the industry may have subsystems like production, marketing, sales, human resource, R&D, and so many other divisions may be there. So in each end division, further subsystems or sub applications may be there. So that depends upon your organization, what type of business you are conducting. Based upon that, you are going to have different sub components or subsystems. So you can say powerful management approach that creates a framework for problem solving and decision making. So we are using information systems to solve a particular problem or to get information that will be used in support of some other information, or to get the information for your day to day or routine type of works, or to take the proper decision and effective decision within short period of time. So all these factors are important for the managers, because managers have to focus on the overall goals. That is why these systems and the main information that you are going to obtain from the information system, that will be useful. So you should have some idea about database systems also. So database means organized collection of data. So that is in the form of actually electronic records that you are going to store in the computer system or any other storage devices. So it is organized collection of related data that is stored as electronic records. So you should have the proper ideas related to the database and the flow of data that is going inside your organization, and the data or the database that is flowing across different subsystems, and also what are the data that is going to be spread or shared outside your organization. So that idea you should have. And information systems are useful in automating the exchange of information. Okay, so these systems not only produce the information, but they will manage or exchange some information within the subsystems. They control the flow of data or the flow of energy or some matters within subsystems. So that is why these systems are very much important. So here we are talking about information system. They are able to exchange information between the subsystems. So another term we describe is about information map. So that is the description of data and information flow within an organization. So how the information is going to flow across one system to another system, one subsystem to another subsystem within your organization, that exact design or the map you should have, which shows the network of information subsystems that exchange information with each other and with the outside world. So information systems are used within your enterprise. So it may be related to accounting, finance, human resource, or any other type of information system you may use. So data will flow within one subsystem to other subsystem, and also the data will flow outside your organization. That means this your information system shares some information outside also, outside your organization also. So that you should keep track of, and you should have some basic idea about how the information is going to be flown across different subsystems within the organization and outside the organization. And we are using information technology to develop such information system. Information technology means it mainly uses computers, software, networks, etc. to store, retrieve, transmit, and manipulate data or information. So information technology enables you or facilitates you to construct and maintenance of information systems. This is one technology. Information technology is very vital or very essential nowadays, and it is treated like that. And the information system which give some information for us. So to develop and to maintain such information, we use some technologies related to computing, which is used for storing, retrieving, transmitting, and processing or updating, manipulating data. So that information technology is very much essential for the construction and maintenance of information systems. Next, we talk about information systems in organizations. Information system, as you know by its definition already, so it involves various resources. So computer is one resource or hardware you can say. That is one resource. So you have different resources such as data, hardware, software, or networks, or communications equipments, people, policies, procedures, etc. So in organization, we are using mainly nowadays computer based information systems. So without using computers, it is difficult for us to nowadays to handle such large amount of information and to get the information quickly as possible. So that is why computers are being more and more used within the organizations, and nowadays the cost is less also, and the power of computer systems has been tremendously increasing, and the capacity of storage devices are also getting increased. So varieties of computer programs, or you can say applications or apps, are being developed for almost all type of fields. So if you maintain the information in computers or computing devices, then it should be available and affordable and more reliable, so that you can send quickly using telecommunication channels or some other communication links over the networks or over the internet. And nowadays web based applications are growing because of the growth of the internet. Millions and millions of users are joining internet daily basis. So that is why we are using some of the online platform or web based applications which help our organization to identify ourselves on the web based platforms, so that we can reach out to large number of audiences across the globe. And also nowadays IT knowledge, information technology related knowledge, is increasing among the employees or your workforce, and that is essential and important also. That is why we are using these computer systems and related applications in information systems. So let's talk about computing or the computer devices later on in our next session. Yes.